Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 4th of April for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you the big themes of the week, but then please stay with me. I will dive deep and give you in forensic detail each of the 12 zodiac signs prospects. Now, the big news story of this week is that Venus is leaving the sign of Aquarius on Tuesday and moving into the sign of Pisces, where it's exalted. So Venus can flourish in the sign of Pisces, which already has a very collaborative link between Jupiter and Neptune. Now that's going to become exact next week. So this combination of energies is saying to us, when it comes to our relationships, to stay very much in touch with the more sensory side of our nature, sort of our instincts. Don't ignore them. But also, the Sun and Mercury in the sign of Aries this week are very dynamic, but they're forging positive links to Mars and Saturn, Mars being the ruler of Aries, of course, but they're still in a tight conjunction in the sign of Aquarius. So our future plans, I think we need to keep them quite narrow, not spread ourselves too thinly. Saturn is about getting things done, and Saturn can be about restraint. And the two have such different energies. When they're closely conjunct like this, it can create friction, tension, or frustration. So the clearer our plans are, the better we're going to do. So a balance of the instinct of those Pisces influences, but the drive of the Aries ones, but thought through and planned carefully and systematically with Mars and Saturn together, can work really well. Now later this week there is a quarter moon in the sign of Cancer, which of course is a water sign like Pisces, and that's just asking us, whatever hopes we have and however much we want to crack on and achieve those goals, we just need to think about the impact on our home, our emotions, our family. So sometimes we can be so impatient for results, we don't necessarily think of the unintended consequences. And that's what the moon in Cancer is asking us to consider. Also, Mercury is in a square with Pluto later this week, and if we are feeling a bit blocked or frustrated, it's possible that we could fall back on being a little bit more singular in our opinions and end up having arguments with people about points of view, when really we need to be focusing on what is the right thing for ourselves and trying to stay as collaborative and as cooperative as we can in order to achieve our aims. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you'd subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Also, if you'd like to ascend above this Zodiac broadcast and understand what your personal astrology holds for you, you can order my special package and get 30% off of your 12-month forecast and your character analysis, all based on your personal birth data, and no two reports are the same, and this can give you searing insights of the months ahead and your potential that's contained in your natal chart, and also to understand some of the patterns that may prove more challenging. And finally, if you'd like to sign up for your free daily written horoscope, please see the subscription link beneath this video. Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for week commencing the 4th of April. A beautiful transition occurs on Tuesday. Venus, the planet of love, affection, but also style and aesthetics, moves into the 5th house of your situation, the sign of Pisces, which like yours is a water triplicity, joining up with Jupiter and Neptune. And this gives you an awesome opportunity over the next 4 weeks to showcase your flair, skills and talents, but particularly of a more creative variety. Now also the 5th house can also be to do with romance, and with Jupiter and Neptune coming into an exact conjunction on the 12th next week from this one, that too can be something that's very helpful if you are wanting to engender a greater sense of sociability in your situation. But the Sun and Mercury do continue in a very practical part of your situation, asking you to grapple with those details in life. Sometimes the tasks that we put off that aren't very attractive or sexy, but actually help us to feel a little bit more in control. So whether it's decluttering, whether it's finishing off some do-it-yourself tasks that are outstanding, whether it's getting a bit fitter, being more organised in your approach, all of these things very much under the astral microscope. But both are going to be angling to Mars, your traditional ruler, and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius, which is the 4th house. So if you are busy trying to rejig your home space still, then I think this can be a week when you can gain traction and make progress too. Later in the week, however, Mercury does clash with your modern ruler of Pluto. That can create some nervous tension if you encounter someone who sees things differently to you. Also, the quarter moon, which occurs on Saturday in your other sister water sign of Cancer, suggests that if you try to be too productive this week, especially towards the end of the week, give yourself too much that you want to achieve, then you could end up actually achieving less than you want and also feeling a bit stressed out. So set yourself a realistic set of objectives. Don't get too distracted, and most of all, don't be too much of a people pleaser. I think this is a week when you do need to concentrate on your own needs in the main, but you are going to receive a lot of potentially wonderful developments over the next few weeks with the help of Venus, Jupiter and Neptune in that glorious 5th house.